Okay, well, thank you for joining today's Coach's Corner on food prep. This was Carolyn's idea, and I love it because now I've been concentrating more and seeing where I can add in more meal prep. And it's also been a good one to tie into for Go Red month with healthy heart, healthy eating. And so going through things, not just convenience, but also trying to be healthy about it as well. So Carolyn and I had started off the chat. We came on a little bit early if people want to look through who just joined in on just what people do, any ideas, and throughout you can feel free to chime in. We love hearing from everybody. Carolyn and I right now, we are just our husbands, us our husbands at home. We don't have a whole lot of people to feed. So feel free to add in, especially those with younger kids. If you have some great ideas, I'd love to hear from it. So get us
Mhm.
started, Carolyn. What's one of your main go-to food prep ideas?
Well, my main go-to is the sheet pan meals. So I love a sheet pan because you can just throw everything on a sheet pan, and off and put it in the oven and you're ready to go. So what I do usually is I go with two sheet pans because I put my protein on one because I like to make maybe, let's say we're doing chicken breast or chicken thighs, and I put all that on one pan. So maybe like you said, it's just my husband and I. So maybe 4 or 6 of those. And then on the other pan is going to be like the roasted vegetables. So just a variety of vegetables, whatever you like, and you could even cut up some potatoes if you wanted and put that on there. So you kind of have everything all together. And then you can use those things throughout the week. So my next tip, besides the sheet pan, I use the sheet pan on day one, but then I cook once, eat twice. So that's our theme. Cook once, eat twice. Sometimes cook once, eat 3 times. So eat thrice, right? So what we would do then is have that baked chicken, vegetables, maybe the potatoes if you want to put those on that pan as well. Sweet potatoes is what we usually venture towards. But then the next night, you already have that chicken. So now I'm going to make chicken stir fry, right? So I'm going to add, so all I have to really do is make rice the second night, and then just use those vegetables and the chicken, and I can make a chicken stir fry, maybe add a sauce to it. Maybe I'll add in some Asian vegetable medley, just get the cute little, corn cobs or, the sugar snap peas or things like that you like. And then maybe the third night, I'm still using that chicken. Maybe I'm making chicken fajitas. So now I'm just going to saute some peppers, onions. Maybe I'll use that sweet potato from the first night and add that in there as well. And there you go with the, good chicken fajita bowl. So now you got another meal. And then I'll usually just get one more other protein that I think about for the week. So I have my chicken. Maybe I'm going to do salmon as my other. So we don't always eat like chicken, chicken, chicken. Sometimes we'll do chicken, chicken, and then make the salmon, the third night. So
Yeah.
you're like, okay, and then have the chicken fajitas maybe the following night. So it's just easy way to do it. And I loved somebody mentioned on the chat, Danielle making that weekly menu plan on Friday afternoon and shopping just once for the entire
Mhm.
week. So you don't have to get home and go, oh gosh, what should I make? We have decision fatigue right after we get home from work. We don't want to go, oh gosh, what do I make? Then you just kind of grab stuff. You don't always think of the healthy options sometimes.
Mhm.
So this way, everything's already decided for you. You already know what you're going to make and what you're going to have. So that's super helpful.
Yeah, and then you're
Yeah.
not just like starving and eating just chips and whatever's
Exactly.
convenient. So
Yes.
filling
Yes.
it out. And I like when you were talking about the vegetables because when you were saying sheet pans, I'm like, oh, my husband just made sheet pan last week and they're just like leftovers. Like I think like the veggies are kind of like soggy, however, but I was looking up like sheet pan things and they're saying like there's certain veggies that are better when you roast them and
Hmm.
keep longer. So he loves doing zucchini, but then it's just like so like slimy. Well, I don't know. We're just not that good at the leftovers with that. But like, so they're saying like, yeah, the sweet potatoes, broccoli, asparagus, I like having the next time, Brussels sprouts. And you can also, even if you're not doing a sheet pan, if you just roast some of these vegetables as like a side dish, or you could put them into a salad or a bowl if you're doing a burrito bowl or any sort of salad, or add them to tacos, burritos, stir them into pasta or stir fries. I think that's also making sure you pick good vegetables that kind of can last a few days rather than just get smushy and soggy.
Hmm. Yes. Yes. So true. Yes. What are some things that you're currently doing?
Well, I'm going more for convenience, and I do a lot where I'll do things on Sunday. I come into the office right away on Monday, so I try to like pack my breakfast. I eat in the office, so I get here fairly early and I teach, so I like to eat after. So I've been doing where I prep Sundays, I bring in my breakfast for all week. And just so I am going to share because a
Mhm.
picture. I think. There we go. It's coming. Um, so people can get an idea. It's not the egg bake. I don't have to bake anything, but it's really just making things easier. So let's just try and get here. Okay. Let me get to this next slide. There we go. Okay. So this is what I do over here on the left. So I pack, I have 3 containers, 3 or 4, however many days you're going into the office. And I put a spoonful of peanut butter in each, and then I do rolled oats. And then I bring a yogurt, and I'll just use half of a yogurt and maybe half or full banana. And I bring it all in on Monday. And then I never have to bring it in. I don't have to worry about breakfast the rest of the week when I'm at the office. And this I just really like just because it's, you don't have to cook it, it's easy.
Mhm.
And rolled oats are just, they're filling. I know a lot of people do overnight oats. I haven't done that. I need somebody to do that for me. I know I won't do it. I don't want to cook. I
I'll
don't
do
want
it
to do
for
it.
you.
Thanks. I think last time, one of the times we did a Coach's Corner, I was like, I've never had to roast chickpeas. And then Carolyn brought some in for me. So there you go, Carolyn. I've never had overnight oats. But
All right.
yeah, I've also never had lobster. Just kidding. So yeah, rolled oats, they're just great because they're packed with fiber. They have plant-based protein and essential minerals like magnesium, potassium, which is really good for heart health as well. And then I also add in peanut butter. And so that I love the salt. I just love peanut butter and nuts.
Everything's
So you
better
can
with
see
peanut butter.
it is. I just love that salt. Yeah. And so you can see I pack my snacks like for later in the day with like like a bag full of mixed nuts. But yeah, I just feel like with peanut butter, with nuts, they're nutrient dense, heart healthy monosaturated fats. Again, another plant based protein. They have fiber, and they are like peanut butter. It has vitamin E, B3, magnesium, and then the bananas add more potassium, B6, vitamin C. And then the Greek yogurt, that one I left, that was my daughter's yogurt left over from when she was visiting. So I typically do Greek yogurt and I'll do like 2% fat just to have gain some filling, having calcium. And so it's just nice. And I feel full and you're just like your sugar level just doesn't spike. It's just nice and easy. So that's kind of my go-to. And then I would say for lunch, I didn't take a picture, but oftentimes I will buy the mixed salad mix that you just have to mix things together. And I'll buy like chicken or cook up chicken or have chicken that's already cooked and sliced, and I'll add that in. And so I'm really kind of about convenience. I love cooking for other people, but for myself, I don't really care.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way, because Kelly and I work in the same location. So I come with the same, first day of work for the week, you bring in, all your stuff for the week. So, and it really does make a difference. So, and also having, your nuts, sectioned off, right, in the baggies. Because if you just bring in, a bag of whatever, it's so easy just to continue eating, right? So if you have it all portioned out, that's super helpful. And yeah, just get a few baggies. That's easy just to throw them in there. Have your things in there. But yeah, I have the Greek yogurt with berries, half a banana, nuts,
Yeah.
and I bring that for the whole week for my breakfast for the week at work. And then I always bring a salad for lunch. So that I make every night before. But I bring my cottage cheese, which I use as dressing. So I don't have dressing. So I just use cottage cheese for the protein. And my walnuts, and either I'll bring in chickpeas or tuna or chicken or something for the protein piece. So that I have always at work on that first day and have that for the whole week. I just do the vegetables each night before. So yeah, and
Yeah.
it's nice. It's convenient. You don't have to think about it. It's just right there for you.
Yeah. And there's the times like when I'm hungry after work, or I know like it's not going to be for a while. I might, if I haven't had my nuts during, I have bring a lot of snacks. Like I'll cut up apples or pears or the pear apples I love. And then maybe I know I have to cut it up because I won't just eat it full. I don't know why. So, but then it's just easy, like before I go, just to grab something. So then if I'm hungry on the way home, just to kind of tide me over. And I like what Jill in the chat said something about her quinoa, and that
Hmm.
really that lasts and is sustainable for. Um, Same with like kale; it doesn't wilt or get soggy as
Hmm.
like lettuce. So yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that is a great one. Yeah, because that does last. And the overnight oats you mentioned, and a couple other people put that in, like, oh yeah, I make those. I love those. So that's again a really great one too. And you can mix it up and make it different, so it's not always the same. So, but that's really good too. And you can even put in like some protein powder in it if you trying to up your protein, things like that. So that's super great.
this
People
I
asking
love the
about picky eaters.
polite bites.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
light bites.
I
I
would
know.
like the polite bites.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like you said, yeah, go to the grocery store, have them help pick out things, or in the summer have them help garden
Yeah.
or help prep, depending on the age and kind of what they can do. Like
Mhm.
just think back, like when we were kids, like what was it, ants on a log, hide that
Yes.
celery with you. Maybe that's why I like peanut butter so much.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. But no, they will get out of that phase too at some point.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, but that does make it challenging. But yeah, and then, like we make chili or soups or things like that, sometimes in the crock pot, sometimes not. But and make I mean, you're making it, so you might as well make, a decent amount. So, and so we have containers of that in our freezer, ready to go when you need a filler meal or you just, need something. Throughout the week or weekend. So that's really nice too. And then even thinking about, I know you and I talked about this, Kelly, last week when we were kind of planning for this, is thinking about like, it's okay to have a night where maybe you're gonna go, oh, it's a order pizza kind of night,
Mhm.
right? Or it's a takeout kind of night or whatever. Or maybe you're gonna go out, meet some friends for dinner or whatnot. Put those in there too in your meal planning for the week, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I always like we plan ahead, like what meals are we having this week? So it's never
Hmm.
like, what's for dinner tonight? Like, well, then it's going to
Hmm.
be cereal or
Right.
nachos. I don't know. Like, yeah. So it's good to have, and we don't really say like, oh, tonight's going to be like stir fry, but we know we plan and we only grocery
Hmm.
shop once a week. And then we'll plan like the night before, like, okay, what are we doing for tomorrow? And one thing I just want to share before we get out of time and then for everybody else to share in and add more, and we can go through the comments. It's just about
Yeah.
the food. I think there's so many food storage items. And
Yes.
I think that, like, if you have, so I'll get to here. So this is just some different options that are food storage containers. So some you can go right to the freezers. It's better with glass or ceramic if you're heating or freezing with a BPA free or microplastics. But just having things, it's if you buy, it's like when you buy tennis shoes and you want to go running. It's like if you have these containers, you're more apt to be up for success and try some new recipes or be ready to freeze things. And then lastly, before I stop sharing, was just wanted to share that there is through Perks at Work, through Medtronic, there are these 3 services at discounts. And I know somebody I was talking to uses HelloFresh, and they've used it for a bit and then stopped. They liked it, but they said it was a great way to get ideas. And that caused them, they're like, oh, we should add shrimp more. That's so easy to cook. And so then it kind of gave them new ideas rather getting into that
Hmm.
rut. So those are just wanted to make people aware of the Perks at Work discounts at Medtronic.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Right. And thinking of, ideas, right? I'm a Pinterester, so I love Pinterest. So I hop on there just when I'm watching TV or, in the evenings and just, save some just different recipes that I find. and then I can subboard them. You create your board and then you can subboard them. So like I'll have like, I have this week as a board name. And so whatever we're making that week goes into this week. So that way you don't have to like browse and try and find it. And then I have like a tried and true board. So things I love, oh, I want to put that in there, or favorites one, or however you want to word it. But and just, so make it easy for yourself, right? So you can just go grab a recipe, grab an idea. When you need it.
This is making me so hungry. Katie said we love a sushi hand roll.
Oh, me too. Me too, Katie.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, some good info on here. Like Home Chef too has a service called Tempo for pre-cooked meals that you can customize. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just even Marla like putting in nuts, chia seeds into things, frozen raspberry pancake mix. I used to do muffins for a bit and use the Kodiak protein mix. And I would also add in protein powder and I would add in bananas. So you kind of like you have the base and then you can just add in all your all your healthy good things that you want.
Absolutely.
Has anyone used AI? I haven't, maybe somebody said in the chat, I can't keep up, but has
Yeah,
anybody
I haven't
used
seen it.
AI for creating their meals or like I've heard
Yeah.
people say like, oh, feed a family of four for a week under $20 a day, make a list, make it healthy, and it'll come up with things, but I haven't done that.
I have not either, but I would be interested if anybody tried that.
Oh, Kyle tried
Oh,
for his son's birthday party menu. Oh,
awesome.
amounts. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
okay. Good point. Good point, Robin. Okay. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's always a fun.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
interesting to say the
yeah,
least.
right.
Yeah. Wonder
You
what
may
that
have to
means.
say what you like or don't like.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, I love making your shopping list.
Mm-hmm. There's
That's
also
great.
a like emails, I think, is a website that you can subscribe to. There's a cost to it, but it just gives you like meals for the week and your shopping list. So it's not, bringing you the food, but it's giving you the shopping list and the recipes, and you can put in like what kind of meals you want and how many. So that would be something kind of cool too.
And yeah, Sharon just wrote like Goblin Tools has that chef tool. Like I've heard of people where
Mm.
you put in what you have and then it brings out a recipe. So
Ooh,
that's a
that,
great
yeah.
use of food. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to waste so much waste. So
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Let's Dish. Yep. We can go there
we were
and
talking about
make
that.
meals. We were
Yeah.
just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
and
seen it
Isaac, our
around. I've
colleague,
done it.
did a meal planning party with some friends, so you could even do that too. Isaac was telling me about that a couple weeks ago, and I thought, oh, that's a fun idea too. Just, gather some friends together and do your own Let's Dish, right? So,
Right.
mm-hmm.
Doesn't always have to be a cookie exchange.
Right, right, right. Oh, thanks, Lisa, for putting that in there. Make and
Yeah.
mix. Okay, excellent. Oh, do
Well,
it
I
yourself
really appreciate
mixers. Yeah.
everybody's resources. And this has been recorded. We'll send it out. We'll upload it to our YouTube. I'll also send out the resource. I have a little sheet as well with some links, but this is great. I'm I'm so hungry now. And I ate lunch, but I'm like, I want something different. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining today. We really appreciate your input, and we have a lot going on still the rest of the month with Go Red. There's a nutrition webinar with Leslie, so stay tuned for upcoming nutrition events. And we also have in March is National Nutrition Month. And so we have a program for that as well. So we'll be posting that and getting that out to everyone. So that'll be a fun one.
Yes. Excellent.
Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.